What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we're gonna go over the 10 most inappropriate cartoon episodes to ever air. Before we get on the video, if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, and let's get straight on the video with number 10, the Powerpuff Girls. What could be more kid-friendly and pure than three young girls fighting the forces of evil to defend their town for those they care for? Well, actually a lot of things apparently. The show is no stranger to adult jokes, such as the time a character seems to get a bit too excited about his assistant inserting a pencil into the sharpener. The top pick for this list, though, is focused on the Powerpuff Girls' rivals, the Rowdy Rough Boys. In the episode, the boys are back in town, the two teams clash once again, but things are clearly a bit different this time around. While the girls kissing their enemies used to be enough to defeat the team, this has drastically changed. Now, the limbs that come into contact grow. To any adult watching this show, it appears that the boys have basically gone through puberty and their new contact is stimulating to them. Needless to say, this type of joke is a bit too grown up for the typical audience of the show. Number 9, The Amazing World of Gumball. Being one of the more recent shows on the Cartoon Network, The Amazing World of Gumball features an array of animals and items as characters. It seems that the show has gained a lot of popularity and traction with this, and also its unique animation that blends real-life images and cartoons together. One of the characters in the show is a balloon, and in an episode, Gumball is responsible for breaking up the relationship that Alan, the balloon, had with Carmen, a cactus. The cat protagonist tries to cheer Alan up, who is seen to be in a stall and uninflated because he doesn't have the strength to do it. The next scene shows Alan leaving the bathroom with a huge smile on his face and Gumball with a disgusted expression. Obviously, it seems that he blew the balloon up, but the underlying joke is definitely one that older viewers understand. Number 8, The Spectacular Spider-Man. The Spectacular Spider-Man has been highly praised and loved due to the fact that it strongly sticks to the source material while still providing entertaining, witty, and action-packed animations. The show's writers seem to slip in some adult jokes here and there, which makes a bit of sense because there are many adults who still enjoy watching the show. In one episode, we see a chase between Black Cat and Spidey in a warehouse where the female antagonist is attempting to steal some things. When some of the web crawler's webbing lands on her hand, she says, "You better not get that goop in my hair." Well, that just took a wild turn. Black Cat is known for her flirtatious remarks, but in a children's show, this might be a little bit too much. Spider-Man even goes along with it and tells her that it comes out easily with ice or peanut butter. It's hard to imagine that the writers would put this in by accident. Number 7, Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo has always been a womanizer, and even little kids watching it knew he got all the ladies. So it's no surprise that on multiple accounts, we see the tall, buff, blonde dude make some jokes that are more than PG. In one episode in particular, we see Johnny Bravo on the phone with his neighbor who just happens to be a toddler, asking if he can come over for her birthday party. Johnny simply replies that she should call him back in 15 years and when she is in a co-op. Obviously, he's implying that he would be interested in mingling once she was of legal age. Even later in the episode, we see a woman at the party with the blindfold on when playing a game with the kids. She then says, "I can't remember the last time I had a blindfold on. Oh wait, yes I do." A joke about the legal age of consent and BDSM in one episode? Nice one, Cartoon Network, nice one. Number 6, Dexter's Laboratory. Dexter's Laboratory is a classic cartoon that brought the wonders of imagination and creativity to life. Seeing a kid like Dexter build the impossible was both motivating and entertaining as hell. Geared towards children, the show was still not afraid to take some stabs at more adult-themed content. In the episode titled Mom Dark, we see Dexter's enemy, Mandark, dress up as Dexter's mom, thinking that he would be able to sneak into the secret lab. Well, unfortunately for him, we see Dexter's father try to seduce Mandark, and it's both funny and disturbing at the same time. He starts off by asking if she's going to come to bed with him, and then when Mandark makes an excuse, saying the roast is burning and he'll have to sleep downstairs, Dad replies with, "Aw, come on, that's what you always say." The joke hits 2 points. The weird and inappropriate role that Mandark is put into, but also the fact that it seems like Dexter's mother and father had not been intimate for a while. Number 5, Batman the Brave and the Bold. A newer show, Batman the Brave and the Bold isn't afraid to slip into adult territory. After the birds of prey end up stuck on a stage in front of a group of thugs, they are forced to entertain them. To do so, the woman begins to sing a song comparing the Justice League men. it won't be hard for adults to understand what they are comparing the men on, something which you would not expect these cartoon characters to be singing about. Catwoman sings about Batman. Batman throws his batarang. What a weapon. What a bang. He's always right there for the save. I'd love to see his secret cave. The jokes don't stop there, with the women noting the size of Aquaman's fish, and they also note that sometimes the Flash is just too fast. Though this episode was released as a bonus episode on DVD, it airs every now and then. Number 4, Arthur. Out of the many children's networks on television, PBS was without a doubt one of those you would least expect to get inappropriate. The entire premise of the show is to teach good morals, and it has been doing that for over 20 years now. On one episode, however, we get a glimpse of what authors, writers actually like watching. With the entire episode being a parody of using other styles of animations, viewers surprisingly see a South Park parody while watching Arthur. Kids hopefully won't get the reference because South Park is one of the most foul-mouthed and controversial animated shows to ever be made. To go even further, the parody is of Arthur getting abducted by aliens who then decide to zap off all of his clothing. We can only imagine what happens next because something very similar happens in South Park. Number 3, Rugrats. A 90s classic, this show about toddlers is more inappropriate than you would originally think. The movie in particular features a scene with the 2 babies. "Man, they cut my cord," says the girl, with the boy responded, "Consider yourself lucky." Older viewers of the show are likely to better understand this. The most inappropriate episode, though, revolves around Chucky's relationship with a new girl. The episode title in itself, Cradle Attraction, is a reference to the not-so-PG film Fatal Attraction. This new girl, Megan, befriends the Rugrats but especially likes Chucky. The plot of the episode is basically Megan and Chucky starting a relationship after Megan constantly pokes Chucky. Tensions grow when Megan begins to go on and start poking other boys on the playground. Number 2, Special Agent Oso. Along with PBS, Disney Junior is yet again another one of those children's networks where you would least expect a very dirty joke. The term tossing the salad is a sexual joke that has been used throughout pop culture for quite some time now. Anyways, in one episode of Special Agent Oso, we see the bear and a human companion teaching the viewers how to toss a salad literally. Little kids obviously would be oblivious to this joke, but if they were watching it with their parents, I'm sure the adults would have a chuckle or two. This continues, and we even see the girl tell Oso that his hands aren't clean. Once they start preparing the salad, the writers go even as far as having the little girl say, "Here, I've seen mommy do it, it's like this." And number 1, Ed, Edd, and Eddy. Ed, Edd, and Eddy has always been one of the more adult kid shows of its time, with more mature jokes being frequently thrown in. Most of the jokes come from Eddy, which tends to be far more crude than the clean-cut Double D. Such content ranges from a joke about a snow job and snapping surgical gloves to give the impression of a certain particular medical procedure, all of which are a nod to the more adult audiences of the show. Without a doubt, the most elaborate and most crude subjects to appear in the show happens in the season 3 episode, The Day the Ed Stood Still. Here, they see used tissues and implied adult magazines, which doesn't take too long for an older audience to figure out what's implied. As always, thanks for watching. We hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at @ValenPlana, and I'll see you all later.